My name is Omar Rabisat. It's Thursday, February 14, 2019 at 4:41 p.m. in Toronto. So I'm going to give you today's sample of being tracked by traffickers in the building and as a result of reports being filed about me. So the reports that filed determine how high the power is going to be turned on. And the jaw, as soon as it starts working, tagged. That's the jaw. So it's motion activated. The system, when it's on automatic, is motion activated because there is my hand now. So I've been getting headaches all day, and the air around the ear is tagged, as you can see. See how the power goes up and down very, very quickly. So it's being pulsed. The temple, the face, and around the ear. So let me take my blood pressure. So I just was walking inside my unit, no strenuous exercise because I did it this morning or earlier on during the day. I went on my elliptical trainer and I did my floor exercises already. So that was all the strenuous workout that I did today. So I just finished taking a shower, so I'm just walking around my unit. That's it. So I've been sitting for the last 2 minutes. So let's see what the pressure is. So it's 114 over 79. Now, I'm going to do an experiment today with magnets on my back. So the magnets are in the middle of my back, just above the middle of the two kidneys. So I'm going to see if the blood pressure spikes as much with the magnets on when I'm being pulsed and scanned this way. So let me just see how the radiation shows up in this detector. That's the jaw. Temple. So this detector is not alarming on low levels, low power. And this detector goes up to 2000 megahertz. And my breast is tagged. My breast is tagged because my breast is hurting, especially this one here. So I've been using magnets on the side, on my obliques, and it helps a lot. Now, I also noticed in previous experiments that when I'm wearing magnets, my blood pressure does not go up as high. It doesn't spike as high when I'm being pulsed on high power. So magnets do help. They do protect you to a certain extent, depending on the power that's used. If the power is turned up really, really high, the magnets is only going to work, to a certain extent. It only goes that far in protecting you. On lower levels, it protects you. On higher levels, the degree of protection drops. That's been my experience So um, I heard that I'm being flagged as a spy. So it means that the power is turned up. So as I said before, um, and I'm being pulsed continuously, as you can tell. So I'm just going to stop um, showing you the detector. Just take it for granted that I'm being pulsed as I'm talking. So as I said before in other videos, the system that I'm enrolled in, the program that I'm enrolled in, is a community targeting program. So I was artificially criminalized by information, misinformation being provided to the cops and get me flagged, because the real goal of this whole thing is trafficking, remote trafficking. So the flagging has continued. And the reports that's being submitted about me by informants who signed me out of the system because the surveillance is outsourced, these reports are progressively criminal, excuse me, and they progressively criminalize me based on false reports and false affidavits that people are just out and out lying on, perjuring themselves. So when this report is made public, the gangs pick up on it because they're subcontracting for the person whose name is on the account, and this is to to avoid the taking responsibility and the accountability for what's going on. So, if you layer the subcontracting, then the person who's actually holding the main contract is not held responsible for how the subcontractors perform the work. So the subcontractors then are using microwave technology to track you illegally outside your home, inside your home, in the workplaces, everywhere, and to torture you, to set you up and frame you to make you look mentally ill, make you sick, put you out of work, and destabilize you, to bring you down in order that you get to the level where you're forced into the industry. So they take away everything from you. You take away your family, take away your relationships, take away your money, take away your job, take away your home, put you out on the street like they did Rohini Besasa, I'm suspecting, and force her into selling herself remotely. Now, I am guessing that Rohini Besasa did not sell herself. I'm guessing that she was forced into a position where pimps were selling her without her knowing. I don't think she realized she was being trafficked. I think they were selling her to be gerbiled. They were selling her to people who were customizing her through the voices in her head, which was really, I'm suspecting, microwave hearing and subliminals. And they were customizing her via this route in order to take advantage of her, tell her what they like, what they don't like. This is exactly what's going on in this building. And I recorded this. I have people outside my window in the loading dock telling me, calling the names of the people they're selling to, and they're telling me what the person liked and doesn't like. He liked the nightie that you had on last night. You have to open your legs. He'll be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. He's gonna taser you if you don't do certain things. Rick is your new master. Rick is the new owner. Gokaran is a misogynist, a sadist. Carlos is a pimp. All these things are being said outside my window because this is what is actually going on. This is what the traffickers are doing. So the same way that I'm being updated and terrorized by these comments, the same thing could be done subliminally and using microwave technology. Again, this technology is being used in the military, brain-to-brain communication. If you're chipped, you don't need a chip to project voices in your head. Microwave hearing doesn't need a chip. So these technologies are being used in certain areas openly and openly written about, openly talked about. Traffickers will take advantage of this technology if they have access to it for their own advantage. It's not necessarily the militaries doing this to us, the women who are being trafficked. It is traffickers and criminals who get your hands on this technology or bribe the people who have access to the technology and use satellites that's probably used for other purposes. Hack into satellites, hack into drones, and use it to traffic people remotely and to hit them with lasers in their eyes and the ears and their mouths and their genitals, or to train them to become sex slaves, train them to be drug runners, train them to be murderers, like these serial killers that we have. I suspect that all of these were experimentees. So and those, I should say, those tweets that I tweeted today, ROSHINI911, those were mine. Those were samples of the increase and decrease in blood pressure as a result of being scanned intermittently, and also using varying levels of power to do it, and what effects it has on my blood pressure and heart rate. So let's take my blood pressure. It's been 11, going on 11 minutes. The pain level is decreased. So the blood pressure may not go up very high, maybe a few points. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. 127/85. So I was being pulsed at a low level, and the blood pressure do go up. So it's 11 minutes 45 seconds right now. So I'll close it off there. Talk to you another time, hopefully.